Now it's time to begin our shading. So again, just for ease, the light source is going to come in from above on the right, and away we go. As it comes along here, it's going to get lighter and lighter because the light, as it's going to come in, it's going to catch on there. Maybe darker spot there. And the reverse is going to happen down here. We're going to have this to be where the shadow's caught up along here. And again, it doing makes that transition where these two meet is where our light source is going to let us know where it is. If I imagine my light source is going to be this, is going to be nice and bright, but this here might be in shadow. If you're really curious, one thing that I like using is having post-it notes nearby. And I'll use them as a guide, like, well, is this point here, should that be in shadow? So I can trace over my own drawing, and trace on that, and I can look, well, you know what, that doesn't look quite right. Okay, now if I was to do that, all of a sudden the light source comes from way over here, which isn't too bad, but it does sort of shift where these things are a little bit. I like it over here, so that's how I'm doing it. And again, it's your letter. You do it however you want. Entirely up to you. So I may go over my shadow a little bit there. Layering up my tones. I'll never try to get the darkest tone right away. That'd be silly. I can allow this to slowly build up. Again, I can keep that nice edge there, nice and sharp. One thing you can do, something you find interesting, is we can actually do that far edge a little bit lighter. It gives that sense of reflected light that's coming there. If you want to do that, you can. You can even use your thumb or your finger over top of that. Smooth and blend it out a little bit. Not a bad idea. Sometimes it sort of shades in too much. The thing we can also do, it's a bit of a neat trick, is if I want to make this seem brighter and whiter, I can't really. So what I can do though, because I've got dirty fingers there, is I can very carefully shade around it. And I will go over top of the C because I need to have that. In fact, I can even go here. We'll skip it. There we go. So I've toned it all down. It won't make much of a difference just yet, but I'll show you what I'm going to plan on doing. Take my eraser. It doesn't matter any eraser you have, but I'm going to make sure my eraser is clean. I got a dirty eraser there. I'm going to use my thumb to rub it clean. If you've got jeans on, you clean your eraser off on your jeans. We forget to do that. It's incredible how many people don't realize you can actually erase your eraser, and I'm sure we've all used a dirty eraser at some point. It's made just a real mess of things. So make sure your erasers are clean. I can very carefully now. Well, hopefully this will show up on our screen. If not, I'll just make it a little darker. I don't know if you can see how I've made that now. I've erased back into this. Erased this a little bit lighter. If you can't see it on the screen, I'm sorry, I'll have to. It is there. I'll just go back over later on, do another video, and really demonstrate that. If not, we can always sort of re-accent. We can always sort of take them up very lightly. Or really darkly too, you know. You can really just have great fun with this and make the background nice and dark. Really have it pop. Nothing wrong with that as well. Okay. Well, hopefully that works for you. And remember, just keep practicing.